The freezer door is open and there is less than 24 hours before the snow or ice starts, depending on where you're at. So this is the full forecast video on what's going to be happening the next couple of days. But first, the National Weather Service watches and warnings. Portland National Weather Service has upgraded the winter storm watch into a winter storm warning for the entire lowland areas and the Coast Range and the Cascades from 4 p.m. Thursday to 4 p.m. on Friday, with an additional wind chill advisory in the Portland metro area from 4 a.m. Thursday to 4 a.m. Friday, and a wind advisory from right now to 4 p.m. on Thursday. Now, the setup for this event, and this isn't the typical snow setup that we can see brief snow out of it or light accumulations, unless if the gorge outflow is thick enough, and there's a chance it may be for a little while. So the low pressure is actually situated northwest of what my typical setup map shows. Now, this normally brings the upper level winds up from the south right at about 5,000 feet or so, and that's what's causing the warm pocket of air above us. Now, the gorge winds that are much lower, right at surface levels to 1,000 or so feet, will keep the lowlands cool, and that's what's causing the freezing rain. Now, the precipitation band is essentially one long band. It's essentially from Northern California all the way up to the low pressure center, situated kind of like that. This is a little hard to draw just using PowerPoint. Do we call this clipper? I don't even know what to call this, so I'm just going to move swiftly on. Now, 2 days ago, I showed these ice zones, and I decided to use these as forecasting zones today, as I felt like that they best exemplified what conditions are likely in your given area, considering that these 3 zones are going to have similar conditions at any given time. The zones are any area in the gorge outflow, the rest of the metro area not as influenced by it, but because the gorge outflow is going to be super strong, you will still be influenced by it. In zone 3, the rest of the valley. So going straight into it, in the prime Portland metro area, I do think the low temperature gets down to about 19 degrees or so tonight, before warming up to right around the mid-20s tomorrow. I'm going to have 24 as the daytime high tomorrow, with possible precipitation starting in the early afternoon, though I do not expect significant precipitation to start until about 3 to 5 p.m. And then I do expect in Portland proper that it starts out as snow, probably as flurries to begin with, but then going into a more steady snow. And as that precipitation gets heavier, that will filter in that warmer air a little bit more down closer to the surface, though not quite below about 2,000 feet. So I expect that to transition into sleet first, before transitioning into freezing rain a little bit after this 9 a.m. on Friday. I'm expecting the snow totals to be about 1/4 inch to 2.5 inches. That does include any sleet that falls, and ice totals anywhere from about 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch by Saturday at 9 p.m. That's when I'm expecting that warm up to occur. For zone 2, or the west metro area, pretty similar progression, though slightly warmer daytime high, right around 25 or 26 instead. Though I'm expecting probably some snow to begin with, though it is more likely than not that by the evening hours you will transition into sleet or freezing rain. I'm thinking probably sleet for the evening hours, and by Friday morning, I'd say 1 or 2 a.m. it goes to freezing rain. So I'm saying snow and sleet anywhere from about nothing to 1.5 inches. Most areas probably nothing to 1/2 inch. And ice also 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch by Saturday at 12 p.m. I think the warm up for this zone will happen about 9 to 12 hours sooner than zone 1. And for the rest of the Willamette Valley, and because temperatures are going to be different anywhere, I'm just going to stick to Corvallis temperatures like I've done in the past. I don't think you'll get as cold tonight. Mid-20s for lows. Warming up to right around 30 degrees. I do think you'll start straight as freezing rain with an off chance of sleet. And the low temperature for Thursday night is only going to be around 26 degrees, though I do expect the precipitation should increase right around 8 to 9 p.m. into the early morning hours Friday when you're all sleeping, though it should stay as freezing rain throughout Friday, though there may be a thaw late in the day, especially for areas that are south of Salem. Now, other forecasting notes, all travel should be done by Thursday at 5 p.m. as that's when I expect the precipitation to increase. Even though flurries are possible before then, I don't think that the roads will be affected that much considering the de-icer that's out. However, once that precipitation does increase and the precipitation changes from snow to freezing rain, the de-icer will become a lot less useful, if useful at all. Winds I expect to gust to, in the Portland/Eastern metro area, 45 to 55 miles per hour. In the Western metro area, anywhere from 30 to 45 miles per hour. And the rest of the valley, 20 to 30 miles per hour, which brings wind chills down near zero, maybe a little bit below zero in the Eastern metro area. Western metro area, probably around 10 to 15 degrees, and the rest of the valley, not that much below what I'm expecting, probably around 20 degrees. I will note that Friday's precipitation is more showery in nature. The main band comes ashore Thursday, and the second band comes ashore on Saturday. Snow levels are going to be high, 6,000 to 7,500 feet Friday into Saturday. As a result, the mountains will not get much out of it. The gorge, because of the deeper cold pool, will stay colder longer, and as a result, probably 3 to 5 inches. And Central Oregon will also have that cold pool to work from for a little while before snow levels rise. I actually think it's more likely than not that the gorge in Central Oregon will get more snow than even like Government Camp or St. Anne Pass would. Now, on to the 7-day forecast, and to start off with Corvallis in the South Valley. Not really a lot of changes, pretty much just minor changes to the temperature. Upper 20s tomorrow's, maybe heading 30 degrees. Friday, a slow thaw in the late afternoon hours going into the evening hours, so freezing rain through much of the day. And then transitioning fully over into rain Friday night into Saturday. And then it's just good old December rain for the rest of the foreseeable future, with highs getting back above average into the low 50s and lows in the low to mid 40s. Portland Metro, snow starting on Thursday with sleet in outlying areas to the south and west, especially. On Friday, that snow/sleet transitions over to freezing rain. Highs in the low, the mid 20s on Thursday, and on Friday, the upper 20s to low 30s in outlying areas. On Saturday, areas further west and further south probably thaw on Saturday, though Portland proper, I do not think will thaw until evening Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back to good old December rain. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s, and lows getting back up into the lower 40s. So that is it for this video. I do think it would be wise to create a video tomorrow, especially going into more detail in the thaw on Saturday. I don't know if I'll make a video on Friday or not. I'm leaning towards it not right now, though we will see when we cross that bridge. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Please stay safe, stay warm out there, and take care.